Well, I accidentally ended the countdown. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Trans Talks, where Kieran is trying to figure out how the internet works. Join us
That's perfect. That's perfect. Join us
for another
Join us.
tutorial. Well, so
What you didn't see is the 5 minutes leading up to that of us trying to figure out how to push all the buttons and not push the buttons. And
you're really killing the magical vibe.
Third time's the charm.
So at about the 1 minute mark, my browser did the little rainbow circly thing here, and I went, "Uh-oh, I wonder if I'm gonna have to like shut everything down for." They'll know what to do. Hopefully, it doesn't kill the whole broadcast. Honestly, I think it is very apropos for how things are going in general in life.
we made it. That's
We
a win.
did.
We're here.
That's right. So as a reminder, we do these live streams periodically, although we've been so busy, we actually haven't done one in quite a while. But we try to do the live stream as a space where we can catch up, talk about the less positive stuff going on if there's a need for that, if it comes up. Whereas the podcast itself, we're trying to make sure is a little more of a buoyant sort of broadcast from us. So... And it's been a minute, and so we've got plenty we could catch up on, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen. Geez, I've only had water. Yeah. So, Adam, Ollie, how's everybody doing?
Good. I mean, it sleeted this afternoon, so that was
Wasn't that
weird.
wild?
Yeah,
I heard.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was like, what is that funny sound outside? Yesterday, I was wearing, like over the weekend, we were sweating. Yesterday and this morning, I got up and I'm just wearing shorts and I went to let the dogs out and I went, oh, no, bad idea. Get back inside. It's freezing.
My sister sent me a screenshot of the weather app for you guys, and I was like, that doesn't even look like a weather forecast. It looks like bingo numbers.
It dropped real fast.
Just all random numbers. No, like, was there a front? I don't know. It was just everywhere.
Some of my friends were texting about like drive safe to work and everything, and so I was like, oh, I should look at the weather and see what it's going to say. I didn't. I had to go to 3 different places, and I still did not understand what it was trying to tell me. I've never I know how to read a weather app, but it was like 58 and snow, and I was like, I don't. It's been a minute since I took geography, but
welcome to Atlanta.
Right? It's like that's not possible. It turns out, first of all, it wasn't 58. That was some of the issue. I don't know. It's that kind. It's the time of year where we have the false springs now. False spring.
They lull you in every single year, no matter how many years you've been down here.
Sucker.
You get excited about those shorts and you put away your winter coat and nope, it's coming back.
That's right.
Yep.
Then you go outside shirtless and get snowed on. Go figure that out. How's the weather in Vegas, Alls?
We apparently have a record-breaking heat wave this week. And I know this because I've been turning my phone volume on more regularly now because I'm home during the day a little bit now. And I got jump scared earlier today because it's funny because I have the WSB TV app from Atlanta, and I didn't realize that it was gonna, because of my location, still give me weather updates for Vegas.
Oh.
So I was doing dishes this morning and I just heard heat warning for your location. I was like, okay, yeah, it's hot. Great.
I'd have been like, is my phone complimenting me?
You know,
heat warning in your kitchen.
I also have been trying to like support our local newspaper. So I just get the one that comes out on Sundays, and I was looking at the spread and there was a few of the days that said like, oh, record breaking high, blah, blah, blah. And then Wednesday it just said hot. That's it. That was the whole forecast. But yeah,
I-
it's beautiful.
That's
It's just
saying something
warm.
for Vegas. Like,
right.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And when the weather app is just like, I don't know, hot, maybe.
Yep.
Oh goodness. Uh, yeah. I already told you I couldn't figure out how to read the weather for today. That was rough. How's little Bean doing, Adam? You've still got your
oh, my foster dog.
yeah, that's
didn't get
right.
Bean. 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 Don't make a liar out of me, baby.
I promise this is a real dog.
Bean.
If you come into the screen with a puppet, I'm gonna be real excited.
This is Bean.
Oh,
Hi, little Bean.
Bean is perfect. She's our foster. Only thing she has to have a dog-free home. She doesn't like other dogs, but other than that, she is an absolutely perfect specimen of Atlanta street dog pit bull.
I've heard she's starting
She's
to take up
perfect.
smoking, though.
Oh, yes.
I feel like you should be full disclosure about her bad
So,
smoking habit.
I mean, so she's a pit bull. And they have these jaws, you guys. They have really strong jaws, if you hadn't heard about it. But so sometimes she'll get a hold of things. And the other day I was up here working, and the amount of times that she's like gotten a flip-flop or something, and her little bed is like right behind my desk, and I'm tippy typing away, and I turn around, I'm like, God damn you, what, that's my shoe. A couple of days ago I just heard this giant boom. I went, what? I turned around, and she's got like a lighter in her mouth, and it had exploded in her mouth, and she's just looking at me like, that was mean. Why did you unfazed at all? Boom. Oh my god. So yeah.
Are you sure she's a dog and not a ferret? Because it seems like she's just collecting things in her bed.
She kind of does that too, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like what
Maybe she's
dragon
part
sitting
ferret.
on her treasures.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
We've gotten her a number of they make extra tough toys where there's like a super strong rubber center, and then it has cloth like basically glued to the outside. So
That's
they
how
can
I'm
look at
built.
that, and then yeah, exactly. It's just like you, Kyle.
That's right. Cloth exterior rubber
And
center.
some of these things are like they're so stiff, the rubber's so stiff that I can barely squeeze it to make it squeak, and she'll just be sitting there, wee doopy doopy doopy.
Whoa.
It's amazing.
And to be clear, Adam is a strong man.
Thank you.
Yes.
He's got like Popeye forearms. It's like been eating his spinach and Wheaties.
But Bean is great.
I love that. No bites on adoption though, just yet.
No, not yet. I'm hoping now that it's spring, we're gonna have to have a push, y'all, because it's gonna come to summertime, and this dog needs climate control. I don't know if you've ever met an Atlanta street dog, but they don't like to be hot. It was like, and it was 80 something the other day, and we went out on maybe a block and a half, and you would have thought she ran a 5K. By the time she got back, it just splooted all over the concrete.
Bean and I have so much in common.
Yeah. And she's a really good snuggler. You're a good snuggler.
I am a good snuggler. It's true.
It's true. It's true.
It is true. Adam's had to come to this knowledge honestly. We've traveled a bunch together.
We have.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? At least we're cute.
At least we're cute.
So it sounds like micro level things are going well. Okay, I can only speak for myself. At a micro level, things are good. Things are great. I'm doing a lot of studying, and I love what I'm studying, so that's fun. It's a lot of work, don't get me wrong, but my only complaint is just not having enough hours in the day to get all the stuff done that I'd like to. Excuse me. But macro level, not great. Not great.
Yeah.
How about you all, micro and macro?
I think that's kind of the paradox, right? That the more the macro gets crazier and crazier, in some ways, the tighter and better our micros are getting, right? Because our our communities are coming together because we have to.
Mm.
So on a micro level, things are stellar in a lot of ways.
That's a great
So we're-
observation.
but yeah, if you take too long of a look outside of that, you can sink pretty fast. Yeah.
I look like this. I cover my eyes and just kind of peek through.
I think that's advised. I think that's advised.
Hello? How's it going out there? How about you, Els?
Yeah, I think basically the same. I ended up taking I still support my local public radio for Atlanta and Vegas, so shout out to them. But
Love that.
I used to be like I would listen at least once a day, usually several times a day, and probably November-ish. I kind of took a break, which was mostly just for excitement because Wicked came out, and then I was like all up into that. And then I just kind of started listening to music again, which I hadn't done in like a while. So I've been kind of on a long-term break. We were on a break, which I think has been helpful to kind of keep me sane in my little micro area, especially kind of being out here on my own.
Yeah.
And I'm not really on my own. I have friends and things now, so that's good. But yeah, I think it's leaning into the micro has helped kind of cope with the macro, like you said.
It's such a good point. I don't know about you all, but sometimes I've had those bouts where it's like, oh my God, everything's really big, everything's really heavy. I can't go anywhere. I just don't have the energy to get myself to go places or whatever. But then when I do, I feel so much better once I've been with my people, and remembering, oh right, there is still a lot of light to be I was gonna say gained. I don't know what the right word is there. We can still surround ourselves with the light of our communities and our friends and our people. So if you find yourself out there kind of feeling the way that we're describing feeling, one, you're not alone. Two, if you're able to, it can be like going to the gym and you're like, I really don't want to go to the gym. It means I got to put pants on. Same thing. Means I don't want to go see people. Means I got to put pants on. If you're feeling that, sometimes it's just once you get past the pants putting on part, the rest of it ends up being a lot easier, and you feel so good afterwards if you're around good people.
Yeah,
highly
a couple of
recommended.
things to round out the month.
Oh, yeah.
If you need something, if you need to check into your community, we've got happy hour on Wednesday, so that's 2 days from now.
Mm-hmm.
7 to 9 at Felix's, and then Trans Day of Visibility on the 28th. That's going to be Saturday, and that's going to be a lot of fun. We got
That's right.
Atlanta Freedom Bands and the Color Guard and games and food, and it's gonna
Yeah.
be fun. all free.
It's going to be a great time.
So put that
Well,
in
and
your
then
calendar for sure.
haven't you been hosting a like in-person / remote office hours sort of thing?
Mhm.
Wanna
Yeah,
talk
we're
about that?
calling it. Yeah, we decided we're going to call it drop-in hours, just because we're going to change the theme from month to month. But yeah, last month we did seed starting, so I brought like little seed starting dirt and seeds and little pots and stuff, and everybody got
I love that.
stuff to take home, and they're sprouting, which is fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we got some space at the Clarkston Community Center, so we're doing that, and I have a virtual room up at the same time. So if you can't get to Clarkston, which is understandable, you can jump on virtually and just say hi. We're gonna try and have themes every month.
Yeah, I don't live super far from Clarkston, and I often can't get to Clarkston. So the joke, if you're not from Atlanta, is it takes an hour to get from Atlanta to Atlanta, and that has only gotten worse in the last several months, I'd say. So tell us a little bit about the center that you're at, Adam.
Oh yeah, we got some space. We've partnered up with the Afghan Alliance of Georgia, and they've got a office space there. So they give that to us the first Thursday of every month in the evening. And they've got I don't know if anybody's ever been to Clarkston. It's a small little place. They call it the most diverse square mile in the country because it's
hmm
populated mostly by refugees from almost everywhere. So it's a very special place. And we have a
hmm
lot of, and because of that, there's a lot of community space. And that's where I live too. So so it's easy for me to get there selfishly. But there's green spaces and like basketball courts and stuff like that. So as the summer gets hotter and the days get longer, we'll be outside and just playing, just having some simple joy.
I love that. As a side note, our good buddy Cliff says he's looking forward to the TDOV event. We're
Yeah,
excited. He's one of our he's been in the AFB for a very long time. And is just an incredible ally to the trans community and wonderful member of the Atlanta Freedom Bands. Has
yeah,
done a ton with that organization and always brings us along whenever he can. It's always so appreciated.
for sure. Yeah, the Atlanta Freedom Band's marching band and the color guard are going to play at the Trans
hmm
Day of Visibility event. And we have tickets to give away for the AFB concert that's coming up.
That's right.
Ooh.
Check the socials for that. That should be this week and next. We're going to give away tickets. I think they gave us 4 tickets to give away.
Excellent.
So,
Yeah,
very exciting.
they're doing a really special performance. Pardon me. I'm sorry. It's allergy season. They're doing a really special performance. I believe it's at Morehouse College, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
That'll be great. That'll be great. I've done a lot of playing with them, but have not been able to over the last several months with school and whatnot. I'm looking forward to a time that I can get back there. They're such a great organization. If you're able to get out and celebrate, they play great music. It's a lot of fun. Go support your community. Go be in your community, and enjoy what they're doing. It's a really talented group of folks.
Yeah. You got that instrument that's been in the closet collecting dust. Dust it off and come out and see your people.
Man, that's the truth. That's not an exaggeration. There have been friends of ours that have started up after having not touched an instrument in 25 years, and they're like, I don't know, is it like playing a kazoo still? Maybe, I don't know. There's every level of player is present and invited into that space. It is such an inclusive space. It's great. And I've got this great story actually. Another good friend of ours, Candace, is on. It looks like she might be watching. And when I first walked into the Atlanta Freedom Band space, it was my very first day. Picture Tiny Cal, however many years ago it was, a bunch of years ago. And concert band, and Candace comes up to me just full of joy like she always is, and is like, oh, are you new here? Let me what do you play? Let me get you a seat and put you in the section that you're in. Very first person I ever talked to in Atlanta Freedom Bands. And so I've always remembered her as just being the warmest, kindest, like always looking out for folks kind of person. And she is all of that. And I want to say last year, and so I've been in, gosh, I really don't remember how many years, but it's been a number, probably more than a decade at this point, that I've been associated with the AFB. And I was talking to her about that, and I was telling folks, excuse me, I was telling folks that we were hanging out with, I was like, oh my God, this is why Candace is amazing. Like one of the many reasons. And she goes, oh yeah, that was my second rehearsal. That was the week after I joined. And I was like, what? Oh, she said, Candace says 14 years. Yeah. So we've been in band for 14 years. And it is just, to know Candace, who works at Felix's, if you're coming to any of the happy hours, she's behind the bar, and she is going to greet you with so much warmth and joy and humor. And
She's gonna do some
100%
games for Trans Day of Visibility too.
Oh, that's right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, she'll be there too.
Yeah.
Always the ally.
Exactly. You'll get to see exactly why she's so special.
Yes.
And that story just sort of epitomizes who she is. It was her second week, and she's welcoming people in and making them feel included. Like, come on, that's so great.
Those
I
are our
love it so
people.
much. Yeah. So love you, Cliff. Love you, Candace, and
Indeed.
love you, AFB.
Indeed.
Goodness gracious. So Ollie, are you? Do I remember that you had started softball or something?
I did. I played with. I would love to name drop them, except for that I don't remember the name of the league for some reason. I'm having a blank moment.
That's okay.
But I played fall season with like Las Vegas Pride softball or something, the equivalent. I'll find it later. But That was really fun. It was a really fun group. I think spring season's supposed to be bigger. And we played on Sundays, which it was really fun, and everybody was super nice. My team was like a new team. And went to like an after event with some folks, and they kind of introduced me to some people. Really great community. It ended up for me not like I wasn't feeling like Sunday afternoons were the right timing for me.
Sure.
So I ended up not playing in the spring, but I ended up doing taking an improv class with Las Vegas Improv Power instead, which has been super fun.
How great.
The second class they offer for the year starts this weekend. So like 5 or 6 of us from the last round are going to be there, and then a bunch of new people, I think, or mixed up different people. So that's been definitely I feel like I'm glad I did the softball because I needed to be outside and do some stuff. And then, but I'm definitely really grateful for the improv thing. I feel like I've found my people, and it's helped me kind of improve. So like I had heard that it can kind of help with like social anxiety a little bit. And I do feel like that's been the case for me in a little bit. And I think it's just the instructor, Natalie, she's really great, and like just created a really welcoming space where you're always saying yes, let's. So it's hilarious. It's a great time.
Candace, who is she does everything. She's also a comedian.
Yeah.
She just wrote in the chat, heck yeah, improv, yes and.
Yep.
Yeah. That's amazing.
And it's climate controlled, so that's way better than
God bless.
Yeah. Honestly. We're gonna see how I feel at the end of April, but I've been doing the Saturday class that's like in the middle of the day, so and I always feel like after an hour and a half of just laughing, like my whole day is better. Like I just feel great. I'm like, what am I gonna go do now?
Right.
So yeah, definitely have needed that.
As the weather's gotten nicer, we've been doing fires at night, and just and a lot of folks are close enough now that they can just stop by, and just to have folks just laughing is just so healing.
Yeah,
healing
for
at the
sure.
end of the day. Yeah,
for sure. It's the reason that I continue to force making sure that I've got time for one thing that I'm committed to doing. And so for me right now, it's the flag football stuff where I go outside and play. It's all in one for me. It's a couple hours a week. I go outside and play. I laugh a lot. I get to, keep my body moving, and I get to be with people that are like-minded. The one thing I've been really bummed about this last several months is I've had classes on our happy hour nights, so I haven't been able to do that, which has been a real bummer. But if you're able to, Adam mentioned it earlier, the Felix's happy hour night is super great. Oh, the other thing I had wanted to mention, and if you feel like you want to come and check things out, one of the things that we really try to make sure we do is be incredibly warm and welcoming. It can be so weird to walk into a space and not know anybody, and so we take one out of Candace's book, and we make sure that we introduce ourselves to folks. If you go into Felix's and you're not sure how to find us, just with your eyeballs, go introduce yourself to the folks behind the bar, and they will tell you where we are. They'll bring you right to us. You won't have much of that. We won't let you sit there and feel weird about not being on your own. Like we really value getting to know y'all, and so it's all good stuff from there. Pardon me. I'm just trying to get everybody's attention. So all right, so what do I want to ask here? Let's start with this. What's some challenge that you have overcome recently that you're like, shwoo, that's done, or I feel good about that? Does that question kind of make sense?
Sure. It was, I think, like a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago, we did a queer resistance and resilience training. And this is my baby, Trans Joy is so, but it's not my innate skill set. So it's something that I'm learning as I go, and I've managed to connect with some amazing organizers across Atlanta that are really showing me how to do that. But
Yeah.
to get that's just a space I'm not used to standing up in front of a group like that. I'm much more comfortable meeting my new trans siblings at a happy hour. That's way
Yeah.
easier than standing up in the front of a group. But it went really well, and we're doing some edits, and we might be something that we do on the regular. So
Heck yeah.
I was proud of myself for having accomplished it.
I love that. How about you, Ollie? What would you speak to?
This is gonna sound maybe funny, but I have had a little bit more free time on my hands, and so I have been really intentional about what I'm eating. Like there's like our community farm, I guess, sends me some produce every Friday, and like I just have like a fridge full of vegetables, and it's great. So I've been really leaning in fruit and all this stuff, which is amazing. So I've been just trying to like slow down now that I have more time and prep those things and just like really lean into filling my body with good things and nutrients, and also walking a lot. There's like a 2 mile giant block that I can do. And I've done that, I think, every day for the last week. So,
All right.
yeah, just kind of giving myself permission to be like, I know there's stuff on my to-do list and I am going to do those things. And I just really want to focus on this for a little bit, just to kind of really reset and like kind of feel like I'm recharging my battery a little bit in all
Sure.
ways.
That's great. That's
and then
great.
it's good because I feel like it is sort of all coming together then to help get me like prepared. Now I have energy to do my to-do list. So,
Isn't it great how
yeah.
that works? Like,
yeah.
yeah, just the blood moving. It doesn't. You don't have to do jumping jacks, although I guess you could. Just kind of getting out and moving your legs around and can
Get out in the garden now that it's starting to get that time of year. Get dirty.
Yeah. I had
Sweat and get dirty.
There was a day the other week where I had like really not done anything with the backyard of my house, and there was weeds everywhere and all this stuff, and I was like, today's the day. So yeah, I, especially before it gets too hot, I definitely want to go through and I want to get some little just cute stuff to put out there or make something to put out there. It'll be good. So
yeah. So for me, lots of time management stuff going on right now. Just I'm a full-time student in a PhD program that I love, and it kicks my tail a good chunk of the time, just trying to get everything done that I want to get done and in the way that I want to get it done. I feel really good about the progress that I've been making there. And actually, probably the biggest thing, and Adam, you've heard me say this probably more than once, is just the way that I've got some classes right now that are just absolutely paradigm shifting, totally changing the way that I see the world, the way I see myself in the world, the way that I am able to connect myself to other people in in kind of threads that I had never really considered before. That is bringing me so much of like a serotonin bump every day, and this realization, this continued realization that we are way more connected as human beings than so many would have us believe. So yeah, just really kind of grabbing onto that thread and holding on, and even if I'm like flopping around in the breeze, hanging on to that thread, but it really is such a good reminder of the humanity that exists in the world, despite the handful of billionaires that seem to be running everything these days. As an aside, our friend Beth Says, hey, friends, stumbled across y'all. Super lucky me. Hi, Beth. Love you tons. It's so good to hear from you. Yeah, so feeling really good about just kind of like some real huge personal growth on that front that was I was hopeful for, but not expecting to show up the way that it has. So, Adam, if I remember correctly, I don't know that you have been able to say too much about, like, we haven't had a space for you to say too much about a lot of the stuff you've been working on
Oh,
with those organizations. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
yeah, sure. I mean, TransJoy is on trying to be as active as possible with as many movements as possible. So we were down at Pride to the Capitol,
Mm-hmm.
which was an HRC led Georgia Equality. There's a whole, I think it was the most organizations that they've had on a coalition yet is 30 some.
That's great.
Yeah. And that was an all day thing. Breakfast to, they did a training to teach you how to talk to your being.
What is that?
It's just a bone.
Oh, I thought it was like a hard
That she had
burrito.
decided that she had needed to chase around the floor right now.
Of course.
As you do. Yeah, so Pride to the Capitol was amazing. A good turnout. Great speakers. We had a wonderful rally. Noelle from Georgia Equality led the rally and emceed it. And Leanne from Community Estrella spoke, we know her through Bambi and the Latina Coalition out in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So I've been able to get to know her more, and I've been able to get to know a lot of these organizations and start to really network. And it's kind of like how we were talking about the macro versus micro. Even in that organizing space, we're forced to be more of us in a room at the same time, not all on the same page, right? Like but we all got to be there and we all got to talk. So TransJoy is really honored to be that trans voice in a lot of those spaces that is necessary.
Definitely.
And I'm learning tons. And yeah, we're doing our best to represent and make sure that the trans voices are heard.
Yeah, I love that, and this has always been our plan with TransJoy, sort of not splitting up the labor, although yes, you have to do that too. But you know, when I started school, it was a conversation specifically with Adam and I saying, "Hey, look, you know, this is and in fact, Adam said it to me, like, this is going to be good for all of us. It is important that I'm doing what I'm doing. It's important that Adam's doing what Adam's doing. It's important that Ollie's doing what Ollie's doing. And together we can bring these I'm so sorry if you can hear my dogs singing the song of their people. It'll stop momentarily. But bringing these various connections and disciplines into our space in such a really important and beautiful way. I love that you're out there, Adam, building those relationships that we really need with these other organizations that are doing incredibly important work. We all can't, like, we all have limited resources. We all have limited hands. And so, you know,
sometimes we don't even see each other unless we're at these things and listening to each other speak at rallies. And then because we're so busy doing all the organizing. Yeah.
Right. But having that center of, having that center of, these are the things that we are pushing for each other. And oh, by the way, those are all a part of the same story. Those are all a part of the same thread. You know, these folks that are in these disfavored communities have differing experiences, but it all comes down to being a disfavored minority. And when you look at it that way, it's all the same thing. Yeah. So, you know, it manifests differently, but it is just so important that we understand the humanity across these different issues and that folks see us. And then the other piece of that is, I think the trans community is pretty uniquely positioned in that we have members of all of these communities within the trans community. So there's kind of a special intersectionality there that is not entirely unique to us, but is a pretty defining
Yeah.
piece of the trans community, I would argue.
Yeah, I mean, for me, as the core understanding of what it is to be trans is to understand that I have siblings in every single other group imaginable, and that
Mhm.
is really, really centering for me. And it's why I wear my little Black Lives Matter every single day, because some
Mhm.
things just need to be said until they're true, and that's one of them.
Mhm.
Trans rights is another one.
Yeah.
But when we figure out how to say all that stuff together and in as much unison as we can muster, it gets more and more powerful.
Yeah. What is it? A rising tide lifts all boats. So,
Exactly.
um, you know, it's it can be really easy to forget that. Let me say it a different way. I don't find it easy, but I have seen humanity in its pockets find it easy to forget that humans are humans are humans are humans are humans. Um,
Mhm.
and so the work, and I think that we could probably, if we were to really just simplify the work that we do, it's that constant reminding of humans are humans are humans.
Yeah.
That's literally all we're doing.
Right. I often say that my job is to sit at the table and make you say trans as much as possible. But, it's like that's real.
Y'all,
Hey, we're here. Hi.
y'all,
Hi. We're
listeners,
still
you
here.
should know
Hi.
Adam is there pointing at my face saying, "Say it, say it, say the word, Kieran."
No.
No, I'm totally kidding. That's just to make sure that we're part of the conversation. Yeah, and you're
Right.
doing incredible work on that front, and boy, I think we know how needed and how active our various activist groups are right now, and um, if you're looking for a way to get connected to that, also totally understand if some of y'all need a break. I get it. If you're looking for community, if you're looking for a way to get involved in that, Adam, what would you recommend for folks to do?
The first thing I would have you do is go to trans-joy.com. No, go to our resource page. We have a
Mhm.
community resource page up, and that is it has a link to queer organizations in Atlanta, but it also has a community organizing 101 document that my brother-in-law and I helped write out of some stuff that we did in Clarkston and some
Mhm.
community work that we're doing across Atlanta, and as well as like a how-to for data security and that kind of stuff, and then know your rights in over 56 languages, videos, and all sorts of that kind of stuff. So like that's your home base for information that you can give out to other people. And then I would say to start looking for any sort of trainings that are coming up. Get involved in your local organization, not organizations, but just know your neighbors. Start talking to your
Mhm.
neighbors, and you'll find that Atlanta has a number of networks set up that are broadcasting and amplifying really important trainings and resistance movement stuff across Atlanta. So, but yeah, start out there, and you'll find your people.
Yeah, yeah, and you can always send us a DM if you have questions
Totally.
about what's there. Send us. We have our email contact on the website as well.
Yes.
Um, and
And if
there's
you
lots
have
of
other
other.
resources that you think would be beneficial to that kind of grouping, yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that it touches as many people as possible in as many ways, as many languages, and as many avenues as we can. Because I know that there were, for a while, maybe still are, people were scared to put that kind of stuff out, and we don't feel
Our
that as
our
trans
website
people.
already says trans. So
Yeah, it's like I can do that.
if they were gonna have an issue with us, they're gonna have an issue with us either
No,
way.
no.
So
Right.
um
Yeah. So we're happy to do that. And they're all very clearly sourced from other places. I'm not writing these things, but we're compiling them in one place so that all of the language can be accessible from one place.
yeah,
So you don't have
okay.
to go searching on the internet,
That's great.
which is hard to do if you're not speaking English.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true.
Yeah.
So when you mentioned trainings, what types of trainings are out there that people would be maybe interested
I
in?
could maybe tell you a couple right off the bat here. Let me see what I can get here.
Yeah, especially for folks that haven't necessarily been involved before, like
Yeah, I mean, there's martial
how accessible
trainings,
is it?
medic trainings, there's just know your rights trainings, de-escalation trainings. Um, some of them are, I'm trying to look at some of them, that one's in Aiken, South Carolina. So I'm not gonna.
I have family in Aiken. They might be
I
listening.
know you do. They might want to go to that. They might want to go to that.
Yeah, never know.
Um,
It sounds like as you're looking
yeah,
for that, it sounds
there's
like
a lot of stuff.
different levels
Um,
of types of things that you can get informed on.
Yeah, and just remember that there's lots of different ways that you can be active. You don't have
Hmm.
to be holding a sign on a protest or standing right in front of a bunch of people in riot gear. Like you don't. That is not the only way that we fight.
Hmm.
Queer people know that we've been fighting for a really long time, and it's about how do we say that? In the morning we mourn, in the afternoon. No, how does it go? I did it wrong.
It ends in a party, is what I remember.
Yeah.
A lot of things.
we have feelings throughout the day.
And then we party.
And then we party. Yeah. Yeah.
No, but you can get involved on mutual aid kind of things. Some your neighbors might be scared just to go to the grocery store, and you could just get their groceries for them. You know, like you don't have to be doing something incredibly innately dangerous to affect your community members, and it starts by just knowing your neighbors.
One of our listeners, Gaskins, who also happens to be one of our Trans Joy folks, wrote "Bury Our Dead." I think is step 2, and I think they're right. I think it's mourn, bury, party. There might be a 4th step somewhere in there. Either way, it ends in a party.
Fight.
Nope. Step 1, Gaskins.
Wait.
Gaskins is getting us. Oh, Ollie, you got it?
Yeah, I think so.
We need our directions.
It says, during the darkest days of the AIDS crisis, we buried our friends in the morning, we protested in the afternoon, and we danced all night.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't have the exact person to attribute that to. Maybe Gaskins can grab that one for us.
It's kind of ubiquitous from that time period.
Yeah.
But
Dan Savage. Dan Savage is who it is attributed to. So, well, I'm glad we worked that out. We're gonna, you know what? We're gonna write that one down, put it in our wallets. We'll do our best, everybody.
But no act of kindness is too small either in times like this. Just smiling and making eye contact, acknowledging the people around you. All of that seems tiny, but if you think about the times in your day where you've been boosted, it's those little things.
Yeah.
And it does us well to remember that that's on us too. If we can do both of those things, and then everybody gets a little bit.
Right. I love that. Yeah. So, because there's a lot of crap going on, and you just never know who's going through what in general, and then add on top of just the traumas of the last 5, 6, 20. How old am I? 44 years. There's folks who can't get a hold of their family members in Iran. There's, folks that have had to leave horrendous living situations from other countries, that are here to try to escape that. There's folks who just don't make ends meet or barely make ends meet, who have kids who, they're trying to support. So
it's another superpower of us as trans people. We understand all that because we've lived through a lot of it. We understand that hidden struggle in your gut, and we're going to give everybody the grace that's your starting point, right? I'm going to assume that you've got something because everybody's got something.
Yep. Everybody.
Just be kind.
Yeah. Well, so I guess another thing that I would ask then is we do this during every show and it's my favorite part. What's some joy that you all have had over the last, well, however long? You could reach back if you need to.
Ollie, kick us off.
All right. Uh, I have been fortunate to host a couple of friends every month or so for the last 3 months, and somehow we ended up on this um, theme where we'll like draw like a food theme and like a dress up theme and an activity theme out
This
of a
is
bowl.
brilliant.
And honestly, it has injected so much. Like, obviously, I love hanging out with people in general, but like, it has just made it so whimsical and fun and brought so
Yeah.
much joy and laughter to what was already going to be a good time. So the most recent one was the food was everyone's favorite dips, which was great. I overbought dips and then was eating dip for like every meal for like 2 days.
And now Ollie hates dips.
No, I could never. There were too many choices. And then the activity was improv games. I put that one in because I had some personal favorites for my class. And then the dress up theme was Taylor Swift era. And if you guys know me, you know that number one, I don't know anything about Taylor Swift. And number two, that if you give me a topic, I'm going to come at it from a really weird angle. So
Can confirm.
my first idea was to dress as like the goats from the Trouble music video that they spliced. That was just screaming. But then I decided it would be too hard to dress up like a goat. And so instead I decided to be Travis Kelce, but in drag, or like just for like what for me felt, I don't know, as a non-binary person, anytime I put on any type of gender, sometimes it feels like a little bit
It's all
drag.
drag. Yeah.
And it's all it's just fabulous. And I also just love a costume of any kind, so it was great. So yeah,
I'm bummed
it
the
was-
goat thing didn't work out. I'm sure Travis Kelce in drag was also fantastic.
I had a great beard. It
But
looks
this-
really good. Yeah.
The screaming goat is just perfect.
Yeah, I know. So,
That
yeah.
is so good.
but it was a hilarious and fun night trying to teach everyone how to do improv games and just laughing and having a great time. So
That is so
That's
fun.
that was probably my biggest joy in the last little bit of time.
That's brilliant. Was that your idea? That just seems like something you would come up with and
Which the
draw it out of a bowl.
it kind of, so the first one happened by accident. We were just excited about 3 things and it ended up happening like that. And then we loved it so much that we decided that we needed to pick one for every future time.
Got it.
So then we made some things in little bowls and stuff. So
That is so fun.
yeah, I think I'm never going to host a party that doesn't have something weird like that ever again.
No.
So
Why would you?
it's like and the other thing
Yeah.
I should also say, because I feel like I try to be very like welcoming and open to people who like maybe aren't comfortable. If you don't want to do one of those things, I'm like, it's participate as fully as you want, and if you want to not dress up, that's totally fine. We're just happy to see you.
Yeah.
So that's always how I come at it too. So yeah, it's a good time.
My friends are so
I hope to have
inclusive.
I hope to, like, if I end up moving back home to Atlanta, I hope to continue this tradition, and we will have a great time.
I love that. Ollie,
Yeah.
actually, you're reminding me something. When you said costumes, this is going to sound off topic, but I promise my brain made it make sense. Have you...
It doesn't make it not off topic.
That was hurtful.
No.
I'm not teasing.
Yes,
Truth can also
and
be, right. Truth can also be hurtful.
I love you. All right,
we-
continue.
I know. Ollie, we've had a number of conversations about like where your fashion is right now. And so I just wanted to do like a fashion check-in with you, see how you're feeling about things. Like,
I
Yeah.
smell a segment coming on for the future.
yeah, Ollie's
Yeah.
fashion, Ollie's
Uh,
closet.
So that
Ladies,
would
ladies
be-
and gentlemen, welcome to
oh,
our newest
Lord.
segment, Ollie's
Okay.
closet.
Well, right now, a lot of I have actually recently discovered I bought my first 2 pairs of athleisure pants, which are just like because it's too hot here to wear sweatpants. So they're like I can work out in them. Like one of them is technically like they're called jogging pants or something, but they're just like lightweight pants. And
You
I
can
don't know how
only
I've been like but dressing the way I have for this long and never like bought some of those, but I did, and I want to wear them all the time. And then also I've been like I go through phases where I like don't wear makeup at all for a long time.
Oh.
And then some like I think the Travis Kelce thing kind of made me like, "Ooh, this is fun." So I just like I've been looking at like different ways of doing like mask makeup or like just kind of like playing with things and trying that out.
Fun.
So today I have eyeliner on and I did my eyebrows.
I love
So,
it. You look fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
You look so fresh.
Yeah. So a little bit of and then in terms of going out, I am still kind of I need to do a little bit of a wardrobe refresh, I think, just a little bit, because I feel like I end up wearing like a little bit of like a punk look. I got like black ripped jeans and a black t-shirt on all the time, which is great, and I love it. So I might not change anything.
Yeah,
But
nothing wrong with that.
That's my vibes right now.
I mean, another option is, I think, since 2020, the athleisure is absolutely appropriate under any circumstance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, so these pants, these jogging pants, you can
Mhm.
only wear them while jogging? Is that the rule?
No, I got 2. One of the like they were just called running pants, and I think because they're like a those ones are like more of like a I don't know what material they are, nylon or polyester or something that's like it makes the sound if they do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then they have the little zipper thingy on the ankle part. And then these
Ah.
ones that I'm wearing right now are more like almost like they feel like a jersey sheet, but
I
like,
like that.
but
Mm.
but they're not. I don't know. Yeah, these are just joggers. So
And in your joggers, like, what are you doing with your phone case holder thing? Are we?
well,
do we attach the?
I
are we-
actually don't need that anymore. So and I gotta
know.
say, I wore it for a while, and it's still like it gave me it fulfilled the need that I had to walk around feeling like Jane Rizzoli from Rizzoli and Isles. So it
Mission
fulfilled its
accomplished.
purpose.
I love you so much.
It felt very like I feel like I have this like really fun thing about me where I feel like just in me, I feel like butch, lesbian, non-binary person and trans mask person are all like in there together, and it just
Mhm.
feels like, to your point, it could have been just like a super queer tool belt. Like I don't know.
We had made
So-
a joke about getting
Yeah.
Ollie a tool belt, you know, because
Yeah.
here's the thing: if you're not using it for a phone, you can put like M&Ms in there. You can.
Mhm.
We're not
With the tool
sponsored, but
belt,
M&M
yes.
if you want to, or Mars, whoever makes you.
Yeah.
Whoever makes you.
A little bird seed for when you're on your walks. You can, like,
Pockets for snacks.
right?
Yep.
Being resourceful. Adam, your fashion
Yeah.
is the same as it ever was, isn't it?
My fashion will never change.
Thank you, Gaskins.
Gaskin says they've never felt so seen. Adam, what's your joy been?
My joy. I'm gonna throw back to Pride at the Capitol that was last Tuesday. 'Cause it was a really long day, and Grayson and I were there all day, hands on, and like right before the press conference. So we'd been there since before 7, and the press conference is at 2, right? So we've
Yeah.
been going a long time, and it ended up like just this little haphazard group of random people sitting on the floor in the Capitol being like trying to be but we laughed so hard and we had so much fun just kind of just breathing for a minute before we had to go stand and be important,
Like be adults or whatever.
be adults or whatever. It was good. It was good.
I love that.
And a lot of those, like I said at the beginning, right? Some of these people that I've seen every week for months in some of these organizing meetings, and this is the first time I've seen them in real life. Some of them, So
Yeah,
it's fun. Yeah,
yeah, that's great.
yeah.
You can hear why, like we have a couple of podcasts in the wing that we're working through editing for y'all, and the team has just been so busy that
Yeah.
and doing really important
Stuff.
like
Yeah, hard
emergent
stuff. Yeah,
exigent type of things right now that need to get taken care of. So those things are coming. I promise you, and you're going to enjoy them. I don't even remember what they were about because so much has happened in between. But what I do know is
I'm
that you'll
sure we
laugh
were
and-
laughing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll laugh and it'll hopefully be like hanging out with us. Let's see.
How about you? What's your joy?
Yeah, it's a good question. My joy. I am flag football started back up. Our season for the spring has started back up. And so I really love the part where we get to meet all the new folks that have joined up and a ton of new folks. We've got so many folks that are playing in the WTNB side of the league. And the league is Atlanta that we just changed it. So now Ollie, do you remember the name?
Yeah, I think it's Atlanta Pride Flag Football
Flag
League.
Football League. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Atlanta
APFL.
Pride.
Mhm.
Yeah. Atlanta Pride Flag Football League. Super special organization where you can just come out and play. And that's another space where you don't know how to play. Don't care. Come out and have fun.
Mhm.
There's also a lot of folks that just come and hang out and watch. And there's this cool so we play at Silverback Stadium, which is a place where were they pro or semi-pro soccer team?
It was a
Had
feeder.
been-
It was a feeder team before it was Atlanta United.
A what team?
A feeder, like a AAA.
Oh,
team.
feeder. God, I thought you said
Yeah,
feeder.
sorry.
No, that's okay. I was just like, I
No,
follow
that doesn't
sports,
make
and I've not
sense.
heard that one.
Soccer,
yeah,
the
so-
musical.
I would love a flag football musical or soccer musical. Any of those would be good.
I'm taking notes.
Right? That's right. Ollie is an author and a writer, which I think is the same.
Same thing.
Now that I say that, you're welcome, America. I'm still in school. Don't judge me. So yeah, flag football has started up, and so we've put together our travel team for the coming travel season, and we've started our league team, and it's just so much fun. It's so much fun getting to be out there and laugh and play hard. And I tell people constantly, and probably anybody that's listened to us, for more than a couple of episodes knows that one of my favorite ways to protest, and we talk about it constantly here, is just having joy, just existing and being able to do so joyfully. Whenever we are whenever we take space to do that, it's really important, and it's a form of activism to me. And so you don't want us to exist and have a good time and live a happy life. Oh, too bad for you. Anybody that's listening to this later. Actually, no, this doesn't go on podcast. Never mind. You can see me shake my fist. My tiny fist of rage. I'm protesting while wearing streamers around my waist, running around on a field. That's my joy. I have so many joys, though. You know that. I could list a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I need a nap, y'all.
From
It has
all the
been-
laughing.
I know. That's true. Underneath it all, I have a 6-pack from from these conversations that we get to have with each other. I adore you both so much. It's always so good to get time with y'all.
Me too.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that about does it for us. Adam, did you want to just do a real quick refresh on what we've got coming up
Sure.
this month?
Wednesday, the 18th, 7 to 9 at Felix's. That's happy hour, and it butts right up against Mask Appeal, which is a drag show that
Oh, that's right. Yes.
yeah, which
It's
is
so fun.
wonderful.
So fun.
So come and hang out with us. It's at Felix's. I'm sober. So you can, they have non-alcoholic drinks, they have alcoholic drinks. You're fine to come and hang out with us. Yeah, so
There's
come
al-
and see us and then hang out for the drag show.
There's also
and
food
then,
in that arena. If you want to bring food in to Felix's, you can do that.
and then on the 28th, we'll have our Trans Day of Visibility event. That's also it's gonna be a really busy Saturday. It's No Kings that day too. But we're gonna be 10 to 12 right at the corner of Ponce and Highland. The Church of Ponce and Highland gave us their green space to fill with a bunch of happy trans folks. So
Yeah.
we're
And
gonna
their
do
friends
it.
and family.
And their friends and family. Everything we do is free and as friendly, as family friendly as we can make it. Obviously, Felix's is 21 plus, but
Yeah. Excellent. All right. Well, we hope to see y'all there. Also, don't forget we've got drop-in hours that gets posted on our
first
on our
Thursday.
social. Yep, on our social medias. You know us on social media if you're seeing us right now. We have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and all that good stuff. Stay tuned for more podcasts coming your way here in not too long a time. And just know that when we're a little quieter, it's because we're doing some stuff behind the scenes to plan for these events for y'all and to do some community work and whatnot. So
There's only so many of us. If you would
That's
like to
true.
volunteer with us,
also true.
also true.
We'd
Also
love to
true.
have
Hit
y'all.
us up. Check
Yeah.
us out on transjoy.com, trans-joy.com, and there's contact information there. We'd love to hear from you.
That's right. And if you want to support transjoy.com, excuse me, if you want to support Transjoy, you can do so by visiting transjoy.com. There's a lot of different ways to support us there, by commenting, by sharing, and all of that good stuff. We love you all so very much from the absolute depths of our hearts. We do this for you, and we're so grateful to be in community with you all. Hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Mwah!
Till next time.